breakthrough?
His
What was
personal?
it? Yeah, what, he went from not having success to being your number one guy. What happened?
Well, he was always working, was doing the right things. That's sometimes frustrating for us.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doing everything you told me, right?
And it's not
Well,
doing.
no, it wasn't. He wasn't tuned in, right? We know that. To me,
It's not just about the actions. It's how you do the actions. It's not about, we could hire robots to do this stuff, but there needs to come some spirit and passion and heart and soul into what you're doing, and then the results all of a sudden change.
So true. And I'm not really big on teaching technique.
Yeah.
Because I already know that if you invited your best 5 friends to go to the movies with you, they're coming. Right? And if they don't show up, you're not devastated.
Right.
You don't cry about it. So once it gets tuned in, and I like to use that because the wavelength, once it gets tuned in and people start communicating, everything changes. So the invitation is different. The way you write your goals are different. The way that you present the business is different. The way you follow up. That was for him. I think maybe that moment was defining for both of us. He felt the desperation. I'm sure there's a lot of pain there. He also felt a lot of support from the team that he was with. And we made a decision. It was really that defining moment concerning all acts of... Anyway.
All acts of what?
Initiative and creation. I'm feeling really emotional. I haven't felt
good,
this emotion
it's
for
good.
so long. I've had just an unbelievable weekend with Eric.
Yeah.
We're impacting the world.
It's a spiritual time. I'm telling you, we're actually here at the Starkey offices at the moment. So we're looking through all this stuff, and we just had this amazing experience. But anyway, so what he went through, and when I tell you what this guy stepped up and was able to do because of the gift of network marketing, you're going to be amazed. But so anyway, spirit and initiative.
Anyway, so concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is but one elementary truth, and that is that the very moment that one definitely commits oneself, then and only then, all sorts of things begin to occur, which otherwise would have never occurred, and which no man or woman would have ever dreamt possible.
Say that again.
Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there is but one elementary truth, and that is that the very moment that one definitely commits oneself, then and only then all sorts of things begin to occur which otherwise would have never occurred, and which no man or woman would have ever dreamt possible.
So let me ask you this. Are you saying it's possible for the people watching right now to have that moment and their business will change just like that?
Yes, I am saying that.
So if they truly and totally, and rewind this program and listen to what he said again, if they truly decide, then the decision is enough.
Yeah, it is.
Then everything else will
else falls in. It's almost like hitting that domino piece. Because, when you decide, then you're active, and you're reading, and you're working harder on yourself, and you're serving other people. You're going to the meetings, you're using the tools, and you're doing all of these things that we look at as, hey, this is the technique. I mean, we actually work for a living. There's a real workflow.
Right.
But all of those things just fall into line. That's what happened for Caraway. Started making different phone calls. We stopped. The company was telling us, no, we're not going to Hungary. And all of a sudden they're saying, wow, we better go to Hungary, because we'd made a decision. They came in after us.
Yeah.
This is one of the first times that had happened, in a decade in our company. That was an older company. And within 12 months, we were the number one producing market. Just unheard of. It was like a miracle. People were like, what's happened? Man, Hungary's got to be some secret place. No. It was here in my heart, my mind, and my leaders and our team. I didn't do it myself, but it's like Joan of Arc, and she said, I'm not going over the wall. I'm not going to look behind me to see who's following me. I'm going. You don't understand. The minute you do that, somebody said people are just waiting for a leader to stand up. They just are waiting for someone to have the courage to be themselves and to make a decision and take a risk and be who they are and move forward for their dreams. I didn't realize I could be that person that could make that decision. I was waiting for someone else.
And then now your life becomes about helping other people if they choose to.
Yes.
make the decision for themselves.
Right. Because we can't. We want to. How many times have we done it?
Help them to guide them to it. Right?
Yeah. So many times I've wanted it more for them
Yeah.
than I knew they wanted it for themselves. And I
Yeah.
learned from Nathan, you have to be careful about whom you spend your time with.
Yeah.
Those are the hard days when I know they're just not willing to do it for themselves. And we have to be led to the people that are ready, and we'll
Right.
work with them. That's kind of how I'm at, where I'm
Right.
at now in my career.